Singapore is better than the United States. In the battle for economic supremacy, the country is kicking USA's butt. However, it isn't only the United States that Singapore is beating. It is also defeating countries in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Singapore is one of Asia's most developed nations, and as of November 2023, Singapore has the highest HDI in ASEAN and Asia in general at 0.938. With the country's development, it will continue to have a robust economy. And in this video, we have 10 more reasons why Singapore will lead the regional markets. Number 10. Singapore is best for businesses. The ease of doing business in Singapore is 86.2, which makes it the second country in the world on the list for ease of doing business. Singapore was formerly number 1, but it dropped to the second position in 2020. The country's position on the ease of doing business list makes sense, considering that beginning a business is relatively easier, but that's not all. The country is strategically located on the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula and is between the two large economies of China and India. So, it serves as a trade hub with its Seaport, which is regarded as the second largest port in Asia. Its location makes it easier to access two of the world's largest markets, which is great for businesses in Singapore. Apart from this, Singapore has an excellent tax structure that allows companies in Singapore not to pay tax on their profits, but on their own. However, the government doesn't just take from businesses. It provides an environment for businesses to access capital easily. The small island country has a presence of over 128 commercial banks, more than 31 merchant banks, and approximately 604 capital markets, which help businesses easily raise the funds they need. Number 9. Natural resources. Singapore has zero resources but has one thing not many nations can boast of: an elite workforce. Singapore's workforce is highly skilled, efficient, productive, and fluent in English. This makes Singaporeans blend seamlessly with professionals worldwide, bridging any skill gaps that may have existed before. While some countries struggle to keep their talent from slipping away, Singapore keeps growing its workforce by attracting talent from everywhere. And it doesn't stop there. Singaporeans are continuously honing their skills thanks to initiatives like Skills Future. With over $364 million invested, this program helps people learn new practical skills for different jobs. Number 8. Educational system. Any and every country with a futuristic design for its educational system has copied Singapore in one or more ways. That is just to tell you the scale of the Singaporean education system. In the 1960s, before Singapore became an independent country, an alarming number of Singaporeans were illiterate, but today, 97% of the population is literate. This happened over the years, as the government continually allocated a reasonable amount toward education, hiring teachers from all over to achieve quality education and make learning practical. Speaking of practical, check out the next reason why Singapore will lead the regional market. Number 7. Industries. The industries in the Singaporean economy employ the elite labor force that the country's education system provides. The country exports mainly electronics and chemicals. Also, the country imports raw materials, turns them into finished products, and re-exports them for profit. Apart from its manufacturing industries, Singapore also has a thriving financial sector which earned the nation the nickname the Eastern Switzerland. Number 6. The Seaport. Singapore has a sophisticated seaport. As of 2019, the port attracts around 130,000 vessels a year and contributed to 7% of the country's GDP, while also providing 170,000 jobs. The port has the capacity to handle all types of cargo and also has areas where ships can be repaired, among other things. Singapore's seaport is a weapon that the Singaporean great workforce has cultivated to become a form of a natural resource. The small island nation with big ambitions is strategically nestled between two economic powerhouses, China and India, and has used its seaport to become the best in the world. Number 5. A high-skilled local talent pool. Singapore has been a leader in attracting the best of the best in terms of workforce. When it comes to the workforce, Singapore doesn't mess around. The county has top-notch, highly skilled, and educated workers. More than 30% of them hold university degrees, while another 15% have diplomas or professional qualifications. Number 4. Keeping a strong reserve. For both individuals and businesses, the best way to make more money is first to reduce the amount being spent and save more. This is no different for countries, and Singapore understands this. It is why it has one of the strongest reserves in the world. It is why the country only has domestic debt, which it only borrows to invest. The surplus from these numerous investments goes into their reserves. Did you know the country has been internationally debt-free since 1995? Number 3, infrastructure. The country's infrastructure makes it a fertile ground for businesses to grow, and as businesses grow, so does Singapore's lead in the regional market. A crucial infrastructure that helps the country is its excellent airport, the Changi International Airport. This airport has been voted the world's best airport 8 times and connects to 380 cities in about 90 countries, with over 7,000 flights transporting passengers and cargo worldwide weekly. Singapore has the best stable electricity supply in the world. In addition, the current world is digital. Businesses without an online presence will soon become dinosaurs. So, to make sure business can keep up, Singapore dedicated resources to ensure a strong internet connection. Number 2, life expectancy. Singapore is one of the safest and cleanest countries in the world. This makes it a great place for vacations and tourism. Singaporeans have the longest average life expectancy in the world, with the average person living almost 85 years, compared to that of the United States, where the average person lives 77.28 years. The healthier they are, the longer they live, and the more productive work they can do. That work eventually increases the country's economic power and allows it to dominate. Number 1, shared vision. Singapore has a shared vision of economic prosperity, and this has led it to be a leader in the regional market. The stability of the country's government plays a huge role in project continuity. Singapore's visionary leadership ran a country like a well-oiled machine, with a vision to make it shine. Lee Kuan Yew, Singapore's first prime minister since 1959, didn't just lead, he ensured that hard work was rewarded handsomely with bonuses. This fired up officials to roll up their sleeves and join Lee's mission to turn Singapore into a wealthy nation. Through the country's leadership, Singapore acquired a shared vision, which citizens aligned with. Singapore, like many countries, had a humble beginning, but turned things around. The country has consistently played the long game of meticulously developing its economy thanks to the leadership and its citizens' shared vision. The country's success wasn't just a stroke of luck, but a result of careful planning and relentless determination. Do you think Singapore's progress can be replicated anywhere else? Let us know what you think. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.